Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Tejano Traveler. I'm your host, Wally, and today we are definitely deep, deep into South Texas on the Texas Tropical Trail at Boca Chica Beach. Boca Chica Beach is the place where the Rio Grande empties out into the Gulf, and you can actually see it emptying out, which is pretty awesome. When you get here, it's just south of Brownsville and Padre Island and all that. Um, When you get here, you get to see the beach, and it's got a lot of birds because this is a pretty important migration path for them. But as you see the tranquil waters of the Gulf of Mexico, and you'll be amazed at the amount of birds you will see, like this great blue heron just hanging out. You already saw some other birds, plus these also pretty cool birds that just hang out waiting for fish. I'm always amazed at the number of birds that you can see at a beach, and sometimes you see different ones. There's some more birds just hanging out, and they're sort of used to people being around, so they won't spook easily. So I like coming to the beach because you get to observe them a bit more. If you usually see them out in the forest or somewhere else, they'll like freak out instantly and leave, but not here. Here they know that you're part of the scenery and that you have a right to be here too. So they're like, hey, it's okay. I won't fly away unless you get within 3 feet of me. But here I am at the far end of the beach. You really can't drive more than this area. And it was pretty windy and pretty muddy, and it gets to be kind of gross looking. But the birds don't care. And there are my blue herons just standing guard. And there is the mouth of the Rio Grande. That's Mexico on the other side. Isn't that kind of cool? The mighty Rio Grande, which starts up in Colorado in the mountains, ends right here. So if you spit in Colorado, eventually your spit will travel all the way down here. And there's its mouth. And there's a crane. Is that a crane? But I was so tempted to just swim across it because usually people from one side swim to the other, and I'm like, no, I want to get back to Mexico. Let me swim across. But the current seemed pretty strong. I'm like, I'd never make it. Plus, I didn't want people to think I was weird. But it's also got some pretty great dunes if you want to go out there and check things out. Um, and Mexico keeps calling to me. So I eventually devised a plan to do something about it after doing some more birding and watching the pelicans fly. There were a lot of pelicans here. But there I am planning my idea. I decided that maybe I could walk across it instead of swimming across. So I went out to where it spills out into the Gulf. I walked out as far as I could, and the sandbar wasn't that bad. I mean, at one point, that's how deep the water was. All I had to do now was walk across, and there I am in Mexico. I made it. I walked across the Gulf to Mexico, and immediately you smell the food. There's a difference, trust me. You smell the carne asadas and all that kind of stuff. So I spent a little time here in Mexico illegally without showing my passport or paying fees or anything. There's the United States there on the other side. Boo, USA. Um, I'm kidding. I love you, USA. But it looks just the same as the other side, which is kind of cool for me. Anyways, I decided to try to walk back after spending some time here in Mexico and being in my feels about it for a bit. And walking back, the current really is pretty strong. Like coming out of that river, you feel it push you. You have trouble balancing. At one point, I almost fell over, and there was definitely a change in water temperature. So, having the fresh water push you out into the Gulf was really strange. You should try it, definitely. But that was my adventure of walking to Mexico. I definitely do not regret it. I'm definitely happy I did it. Plus, like I said, there's a billion birds. Look at that heron. I think that's a tricolored heron, if I'm not mistaken. And those are terrapins, maybe. And those are dunes. It was a nice day out at Boca Chica Beach, but it was time to go. I've been to Mexico and back, and then I passed by SpaceX, which is a lot bigger than you think it is. This is just the part closer to the beach. But they have the whole compound there. You can see all the people and all the buildings and all the rockets. But that's for another video. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye-bye.